Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. I just went through a divorce and I lost everything. Will I make it to the other side? We're going to talk about the power of one. Lots of men who end up over here in the Philippines and Southeast Asia have been through that process of divorce. Everybody has their own unique story, but we do have one thing in common. Many of us walk that road in silence and isolation. On my live stream Thursday, a gentleman, his profile name was One Man's Journey. And he hit me over the head with a question, man. It was so heavy. He said, I just went through a divorce. I lost everything. I'm starting over. He said, what advice do you have for me? Anybody that watched that live stream will tell you, it humbled me. I just told him straight from my experience. I said, man, you're going to make it to the other side. If you want to make it to the other side. But you're going to have to ride that emotional roller coaster. You're going to have to feel what you got to feel. He didn't tell me whether he was the one who filed for divorce or his wife. But it sounds like maybe his wife did. Maybe it was something unexpected. But then I just shared a little bit of my story of the hell I went through. And I said, hey, if I can make it to the other side, surely you can. Because somebody was sleeping in my bed, in my house, the house that I bought, the bed that I bought, driving my car. And it wasn't so much that I was being replaced because I'm the one that filed for divorce. It was how swift it all happened. We separated December. February, he already has his feet propped up on my table, going in and out of my refrigerator, driving my brand new car. I had no idea. I didn't find out till the following July. But you're talking about how much that stung. And even though people were telling me you're going to make it to the other side, I could not see through all the hurt, through all the pain, really the embarrassment. Imagine I was an insurance agent. People knew me. And you got this guy driving around town in your car, a convertible at that. And I'm not going to bore you with the ups and downs and all that. I just want to tell him that I was in a bad space. And people who really knew me, they could see it. And they said, hey, man, you need to take a trip. You need to take a vacation or something. You getting ready to do something crazy. And I told him, hey, if I can make it through that, surely you can. But what was so profound about the live stream was, I told everybody watching, I said, anybody that's been through a divorce and made it to the other side, I want you to put one in the comments. And then just one after one after one, to a flood of ones, man. It moved me. And I still get chills now just thinking about it. Because some people who put one, I never even knew they had been through a divorce and made it to the other side. The point was to show him that he didn't have to go through it by himself like we did, that he had support. It must have moved him because he joined my channel after that. Matter of fact, he was on the No Man Left Behind podcast. I want to thank him for that because this is why I started my channel, really, to create a support group for men, because I knew there was none. Women have that a level of support, emotional support, far beyond anything that we have. Most of the problems that we go through, we suffer in silence. We suffer in isolation. I just wanted to give him that little bit of hope. But it wasn't just his story that can validate that. See, I never told anybody this, and I hope the guy's watching because he watches my channel. We got on the plane going from Bacala to Davao, going to the meet and greet. And y'all know I was nervous, but anyway, there's a gentleman sitting across from me, and he got up. He says, aren't you that guy with the vlog? And I said, yeah. He said, I wasn't sure and I didn't want to, bother you. But I said, yeah, I was. And we got to talking. And he told me that he had just went through a divorce. Not really recently, but he told me that it was unexpected. He was married to a Filipino woman, and just out of the clear blue sky, she filed for divorce. I believe it was 24 years or 27 years. Whatever it was, it stunned him. And I could just tell by his conversation that he didn't take it well, that he's probably still going through it. And I told him, I said, man, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard going through that by yourself. You don't have anybody to talk to. Nobody seems to understand your situation. They have a 22-year-old daughter, and the daughter and the ex-wife had just left the Philippines. That's why he had come back. And it just reiterates the fact that, man, we have to walk that road alone, man. It's a tough road, guys. But you can make it through to the other side. You don't have to give up like a lot of people give up. I mean, the headlines are full of stories where, the man kills the woman and then kills himself. How many of them stories you read? Some foreign or some Filipino stories are sprinkled in there. Because we don't have anybody to talk to. We don't have any way to work through that. I was talking to Marilyn about that. Women have that support. They got several people to talk to. But men, we don't have it. Or we don't want to share those kind of feelings because it makes it seem like we're weak. Remember, we got to be strong. We have to be able to handle whatever the world, throws at us, which is bullshit. So if you're out there and you in the middle of a divorce, you're going through a divorce, you just come out of divorce, and you don't know what's going to happen next, I'm going to tell you that you're going to make it to the other side. So if anybody who's been through a divorce and went through the other side and made it to the other side, rather, put a 1 in the comments. I want to show these guys that they're not by themselves, that it's possible to make it through to the other side. Because you got to feel what you got to feel. It's going to hurt. You're going to be angry. What's the progression in a breakup? What is it? Anger, denial, acceptance, or something like that. Help me, guys. I'm not a psychologist, but I know that much. You're going to have to go through all of that. And right now you're sitting there thinking, I can't go on without her. I can't go on without him. But one day you're going to wake up on the other side. And when you see her or him with their new love, it's not even going to bother you. I give my blessing to my American wife. Even my Filipino wife, we're not officially divorced yet, but we've been separated for 5 years. We moved on. I give them my blessing. I've seen them with their new loves. But I'm on the other side. I made it through. That's the message today. You're going to make it through. It's the power of one. You don't have to do it by yourself. We've all been through that, man. A lot of people. Because that's what you see over here. A lot of men, that's part of our solution. We're going through the divorce and getting taken through the ringer over there. We come to Southeast Asia for a new start. Or to find a new love. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I talk about stuff that's on my mind. I'm going to continue this topic on my live stream later. Because we go through too much pain and too much suffering alone. It's time to stop that. It's okay to talk about it. I didn't want to admit that I was getting a divorce because it made me seem like a failure. But I realized, when you fail, it's not because you're not trying. And the other end of that is some people, they don't want to suffer through those withdrawal symptoms of the divorce. So they just stay together and be miserable. I didn't want that because we had been together 18 years. Hell, we could have easily done another 18 in misery. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are around the world, find it in your heart to help somebody. We spun the wheel twice last night. Neither of the people are coming, but one woman did contact me. She's coming, I believe, today. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Don't give up. You can make it through to the other side, but you're going to have to feel the pain. You're going to have to go through that emotional roller coaster. But there's something called the power of one. So remember, if you're a man, woman, whoever, and you've been through that process of divorce and you made it to the other side, put that one in the comments. Let people know that they're not alone, that they don't have to do this by themselves.